What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at my uncle's car. Is a 1966 Chevy Impala. You said it's got the 283 on it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on this car.
All right. Well,
tell me a little bit more of how you found that car.
This is the Chevy Impala 4-door 66 with a 283 Power Glide, which is very common back then.
What do you mean by Power Glide?
Power Glide is 2-speed transmissions.
Okay.
And they're very common back then. This one, as you can see, this is with post. Some of them did not have this post here, the cheaper ones, but they weren't as safe. But if you open this up, you got this post right here. Right here. So it's
got the B pillar. So this would be A pillar, B pillar, and
right. Some didn't have this. Some were the hard tops.
Okay.
Yeah, but they weren't as safe on rollovers and stuff like that. But who cares at this age? Age. All right. This I found this in Illinois. I was looking for parts for that one back there. Don't put that on film. But anyway, I was looking for parts back there. And I found this one. And
which is beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, I saw this because what I was looking for is just like a parts car.
Okay.
Something that someone had in the backyard to get rid of, and I came across this for sale. I said, man, there's something wrong with it because it's usually really beautiful in the front. The whole back end's missing, or vice versa, or something. You know, the whole inside is torn apart. But I saw pictures of this, and I said, I just couldn't stop looking at it. It was all there. It's all complete. We'll show you that in a minute.
Okay.
But it was just all here over in Illinois. And, you do that marketplace. I'll call you, you call me, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I stayed on him. And I said, we're coming to get it. He said, we'll see you when you get here. And we showed up. So this was $9,000. I don't mind saying that. Now, and that was one of the perks here, because all the ones I saw were like 11,000 and above to 15. I saw junky ones for 10,000 because I think they have some kind of gem. But there was no reason not to get this one.
I ain't gonna lie, this is a gem. This is a really pretty car. Everything's original on it?
Everything is original on it. And like I said, and the reason I was looking for a 66 or for a 66 is because my original car, my very first car was that 66 two-door back there. I got that from my grandfather in 79, in the summer of 79. And it's been sitting since 83. So I said, now is the time we're gonna start doing it. And I found this. Quinn, where's the keys? Keys.
What if this car has been up north all of its life?
It was from originally, I think it was made in Janesville, or Janesville, Wisconsin.
It's a very common.
Well, you know what? For its age and where it came from, it looks pretty good. But it was originally made in, I believe, Janesville, or I keep saying it, Janesville, Wisconsin, and made there and ended up in Illinois. And a car salesman. So it's been in Illinois all its life. Here's a trunk.
A little side note: I used to have a '66 Chevelle, and the sound of this, there's nothing else like it.
It's solid.
I mean, that is. I don't know if you guys would pick it up on the mic, but oh god,
yeah, this
good
here
sound. Back door, perfect.
This is the sound of it.
The tin is
solid.
Man, I love this trim. There's almost no damage. There's none.
I know. This is what I don't really know all the history of it. I know it was owned by some blah blah blah, some old lady, but I believe that. And they said it was garaged all its life.
I believe it.
I believe that. And I call it the church lady car because, well, it's a beautiful car. It was 4-door, low miles. It had 66,000 when we got it, original.
Right.
And just the condition. It was a 4-door. People in and out, family car. And what I like, truly, is everybody turns their nose up on 4 doors. because they're not that sporty, they're not cool, whatever. This here, like my mom's 82, right?
Right.
We pull up there and she just opens the door and gets in. She doesn't have to crawl in. Other people don't have to crawl in and bother this.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that. She didn't have to struggle to get in this thing.
Right. And you'll see on the four-door seats, they do not fold in. They are rigid. They stay there.
This isn't a bucket seat. This is a
bench seat.
Bench seat.
Bench seat. Let's look at the trunk real quick.
Okay. Let's check that out.
Another winner. This I can't remember what it's called. I cannot remember what it's called. But anyway, see the spots on it? That's all the original coating.
This right here.
Yeah.
See that color?
Yeah. And
that's cool.
And see, one of the first things to go on these cars here, this is where the spare tire went originally. We haven't collected all that stuff together yet.
Okay.
We'll get there. But this right here, these wheel wells are usually the first to go because of salt, wear,
and
age. Yeah. But see, now if you look here, I'm just being honest, see that little trickle, that little rust trickle?
Yep, sure do.
Yeah, what that's coming from, I thought, because if you look, the trunk does have a little bit of water in it, low wetness.
Yeah, I see that.
And I think that's where it's coming from. I thought it was a seal. We're going to change this anyway. But I thought it was a seal, but it's not. I truly think.
The window.
I think
grass or something is getting up in here.
I think it's got some rust somewhere up here. It's getting through, but we'll get there.
If you draw a line straight down, that looks like where it's coming from.
Yeah. So I don't trust myself to take these things off.
Yeah, with the camera, you can almost see the inside of it too.
Can you?
Yeah, there's something else in there.
Huh?
I don't know what that is. Is that a rock?
Oh,
whatever it is. It looks like
it's lead.
It's the same color as the car.
It's lead.
It's original.
And this is why, because they put lead in here. They seal these with lead.
Seal the windows?
They seal the roof to the body with lead.
I didn't know that.
And parts of this, yeah. Yeah, that's
caught that on camera.
That's caught that on camera. That's cool. That is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But being the Impala, it does have the full head taillights. The Biscaynes and the Bel Airs only have the two. That's just because they're just lower budget.
I like it.
Yeah, I love this. The Caprices have the chrome inlays in there. I like her just like she is.
It's a lot of trunk space.
It can hold.
How many bodies?
Okay. I don't know how many bodies, but I know it can hold in this day 4 bales of hay. Because I used to go get straw. I used to go get 4 bales of straw and hay for my mom back when I was a kid in the 2-door. And I could put 4 of them in here if you put them just right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a day. Because they're designed to see the USA. You know, so pack your whole life in here and go from New York to California.
Yeah.
That was a day. And then again, it has the gas cap back here. This is the original gas cap. You can see it says not invented. But that's the original gas cap, but they kept them back here. They moved them over there.
Yeah, over here to this side.
Yeah.
My Chevelle had that.
Yeah.
Underneath the plate.
Yeah, what happens when you take off real fast, it squishes it all out. Yeah, it does. That
explains a lot.
Look at the trunk also. Look at the trunk also. They had something here. I don't remember. Something that pivoted.
Well, it's not over here.
Yeah, something. But anyway, these things really catch hell over the years. Just due to the moisture and the humidity.
This is your trunk, deck lid.
Called deck lid, yeah.
Yeah, deck lid.
Yep, and this thing's still intact.
The sound whenever you guys close these things.
Yep. All right, Alice, get the kids in the car. We're going.
Classic sound, man.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yep. Now we're going over here. Let's head over here. Got a bit of a boo-boo here. But I think somebody at one time, they scraped the garage or something. That's probably why Grandma doesn't drive it anymore. Because, yeah, I think she misjudged the garage. Garages were only like 8'2" wide at that time. But it's got a little bit of a boo-boo here. We'll catch up with that later. And but you're coming in earlier on the antennas.
Yeah. Look how I'm 6 foot tall. And I can't even reach the top.
And we're still not done. Hang on. There we go.
Seriously? And you're still going. Oh my God, there's more.
Yeah. Because the originals.
Lord. I'm straight up.
This is known as.
And I still can't touch the top.
Yeah. And this is for AM only. Because there's only an AM radio in that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
But the original ones were. This is only considered. I think it's considered a quarter wave antenna. It's only quarter of the size that original AM antenna should be. They used to come out and hang and clip to the back of the cars.
I've seen that on trucks.
And police radios.
They branch down and hook to the back of...
well, CB radios did that too. But yeah, that's what the AMs did. And originally, I'll say originally, some had them back here. If you look at the 60s, 59s, 60s, we had the bigger, flatter deck lids. Decks back here. They had the antennas right here. Now, depending on where the car was built, some 66s had the antenna right here and not up there.
Didn't they have that with the cop cars too?
Cop cars had them.
Cop cars. But
it helped with the radius of the range. But if you look at, there's some, like I saw a 66 that had an antenna here, an antenna here, and both of them went to the same radio. Because what they did is they split the frequencies for reception. That's just how it worked. But then it's cheaper and easier just to do one. But it still looks nice.
I've never in my life seen an antenna that long or that tall on a car.
It's the best thing. No, the one back on my two-door does not retract. It's a solid. So, original hubcaps. And I tell you, that was another perk of why I got this. They're all there. Obviously, the trim is all there too. But the original hubcaps, those are usually the first ones to go because people lose them.
They hit a bump real hard.
They fall off the street. Or they change the rims. They try. Now, this
is hard to find too. They're really hard to find. That's our in the Chevelle.
In this shape, yeah. So let's look at the engine.
What size motor you said? 283?
283 power glide.
V8, right?
Yep.
So I had the straight six. How do you open this? Because I didn't see a latch thing.
There's another. You have to hold this twice. Because if you hang on.
Let me get over here.
If you hit it once.
So it's right up in the front.
Yeah. Now see, that catch. If you miss that one, it won't come up. The wind won't catch it. So you got to hold it just one more time. Let it come up.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you go to reach up under here.
Yep.
And
if you have to get under here enough times, it's all one motion. This is the original 283.
That's clean.
And we know this because this number, I'll show you here if you want, but this number on here matches the one in the book in the trunk. As well as...
Dang, that's good.
Yeah. Somebody began to love this car. How long could this video be?
As long as you want.
Okay. Somebody began to love this car because they put new fan, or new, I'll get it, new water pump, and they put belts on it. They put a new radiator on it. Now, personally, I don't like this one because it just doesn't look like it fits.
It's too thick.
Yeah,
like for a race car or something.
Which is probably going in that car back there. Right? I did buy another radiator that's OEL.
Okay, so OEL? Put that
OEM. Here. That's going to go back in here. So it's going to look like it from the factory.
Okay.
All this is going to look from the factory. This is back in the days when they didn't have a fan shroud. And this, I'll mention these real quick for those who don't know. These right here, when these cars first came out, what was happening is the motor mounts would snap from the torque. They didn't have to be a lot of torque. They would snap, so they took them back to the factory and retrofitted these things on here. But they retrofitted on here for that safety feel.
Hell?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. Is it on both sides?
It's on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. What fascinates me is they're still there. Because if somebody works on these cars, that's one of the first things they tag off.
Holy crap.
Yeah. It's meant to go. And also, if you look here real quick, they changed the fuel pump. That's fine too. It has the original butterfly on it for the exhaust.
What does that do?
What it does is, when it gets cold, There's a little spring on the side. And when it gets cold, this will come back up or down. Anyway, it'll come up, slow down the exhaust coming out.
To heat up.
And it'll heat up the engine faster. That's what it's designed to do.
Cool.
And so as it heats up, this butterfly will move from one to the other. And you can hear that. Sounds great. I think the hose has been updated, which is fine.
Yeah.
If you look at these are original.
These terminals.
Yeah, these usually get changed quickly too. But these are original. These just little snap-ons. They come right down the line, and they throw them on there, and then a little spring that will clip the holes in place. Now, if you play with them enough, they will slide sideways, like so. Did you get them on there?
Yeah,
but
we didn't see that.
Nope, but that's original.
We'll ignore that.
Yeah, those are original. I do believe
for the
all this
filter is here.
Pardon?
The indentation.
Yeah. And then, that's another thing. Is this stuff? That's usually the first stuff to go over the years because it falls apart.
Yep.
Mice get in there. It just falls. If you throw a belt, I've done this. If you throw a belt, it'll come up here and just chop this stuff up, and then people just rip it out. And all the clips are still here. I was just fascinated, and I couldn't turn it away.
I'm blown away with this car already.
I know. I can see some hoses that probably need updated back there. The original. See that one? This straight. This.
Yeah, I'm zooming in.
Okay. All right. That's the. I don't have any pointer.
Talking about
that's the advance. It's
this right here.
Yeah, the thin one.
This one here.
Yeah, that's the timing advance, distributed advance.
Timing
advance. Vacuum. When you rev the engine,
okay,
it draws it. It'll advance the timing.
Really?
Yeah, that's how.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because as the engine goes faster,
yeah,
air and fuel don't go the same speed when the engine gets faster, right? And so timing will be off. As far as the efficiency goes, volumetric efficiency, yes. And so what they do is they advance the timing. So mechanically and physically, everything just kind of times itself.
It just blends and
yeah. I haven't touched that.
Right.
I haven't touched that. So everything's pretty much factory up there.
Man, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. This needs to be updated.
Well, yeah.
Which is no big deal. That's an easy fix.
Nobody uses those anyway.
Yeah. That goes on here. So I believe this is original. The exhaust has a slight leak.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I heard it earlier. We all smelled it going down the road anyway.
Yeah, it has a slight leak up in the manifold, and nobody wants to touch the manifold because those things get hot and they rust and they just snap off and they have to be redone that way.
Yeah.
So, and it's still got the grounding straps. If you look up here.
Yep, I see it.
Can you touch that? Touch that for your people. That's that thing. Yeah. It's just grounding. It just makes sure the engine and the body have the same potential, electronic potential to keep static away.
Now, is this a 12 volt system or 6 volt?
12 volt.
12 volt?
They went to 12 volt and 55. 54 was the last. Yeah. Okay. And 53, 54 is when, according to the rumors I heard, is when Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, and Chevy, they all got together and say, how do you do this? And that's when they all decided about timing, overhead timing, and they all went to 12 volt. They all went to the exposed drive shaft and things like that. They all put the wheel cylinder up here, brake cylinder up here, master. I'm thinking too fast.
It's your brake master cylinder.
Brake master cylinder. They put them up there.
Distributor caps way back there. What's the thing next to it? This cylinder.
That's the coil. It's
the ignition coil.
It's ignition coil.
Right next to each other.
Yeah, that's the thing they'll send at the time like 15,000 volts up your arm.
And now, what was the horsepower range of these cars?
It wasn't.
I know it's not a lot.
It wasn't a lot. It was just basically to move the car around. And
so that would be approximately.
I don't remember the numbers, but I think it's like 190 or something.
Yeah, because my 6 was like 140 or no 120.
It's like I said, this is the smallest V8 they had at the time. They did have the 265. That was a piece of junk back in the 50s. This is 283, which came out in the 50s, but it's the smallest one, and it's a fuel efficient. It wasn't meant to race. It's a 2-barrel, as you can see.
This is meant to cruise.
Yeah.
There you go. Man, I didn't do this on the last one because he's had an air filter on the other one. Yeah, I got a good view on this one.
It's leaking gas.
Yep, got to address that.
All right. Well, the car stays. But yeah.
Good thing we did this video.
Yeah. Before
You're welcome.
Yeah. I got to figure that out.
All right. So
But that's easy fix also.
out of this entire car, just a random question. Can you name 3 things that you absolutely love about this car?
Other than the outward appearance, like the chrome and the shine,
I'll tell you. I can tell you one thing that I love the most about it.
I don't have any favorites. What?
The horn.
The horn? Okay.
The horn.
Yeah. Okay.
These guys right here. And you cannot.
Yeah, and these are also some that get taken out early. But
Yeah.
yeah, I know. And it sounds like an old people's horn.
That here. You know what? Shh, you got the camera. Stay right there.
All right. You ready? Go.
Big.
Okay. Is that an attention getter or what?
That is an attention getter. It did the other day when we were cruising around.
That says everybody in the car for ice cream. That's what it says.
Exactly what it says.
So
Now,
that's pretty much.
I noticed one thing about this. Why does it only have one side mirror here and not on the passenger?
I was just going to address that. Let's get inside.
Sure. Dibs on driver. All right.
Well, I'm going to get in back.
Let's do that. That way at least get good views. Here we go. Yeah. Comfortable seats.
I know these seats.
God, these are so comfortable.
Not just big bundles of foam. They actually have springs in them that bounce you. Yeah.
Oh, this car floats when you're cruising.
It floats. It floats so nicely.
Headroom.
Yep. Now, this, you'll see this 4-door. 4 doors have this dome light. The 2 doors do not. They have dome lights right here.
Right here on the seat pillar.
Back over here.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what their science is for that, but that's fine. It works. And it's lighting. Lit up. So, yes, to answer your question, 66 was the last year that the rear view mirror on the passenger side was not required. 66 and above, and you'll notice this doesn't have any 4-way flashers either.
No hazards.
Yeah. So this is the last year for them that it was not required.
For those watching, let me know if you see any hazard. Any hazards.
Extra 2 hazards.
Yeah.
It also, another thing that got me, cigarette lighter was there. Those things get lost or stolen or borrowed or whatever you call it. Yeah. And yeah, jump up in the front seat real quick so you can narrate better. One thing I want to point out.
So comfortable. I'm falling out of my butt. All right, go ahead.
Okay, over to your left. If you look over to your left, the wing windows. Shut the door.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Where are you people? And work the wing windows. Wing windows. They stopped putting wing windows in.
There's 2 of them. Oh, this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Catch up.
So that's what this is for.
Yeah, just a little draft. They stopped doing that in 1970 was the first year they did not, I do believe. 69 was the last year for those in the Impalas. Huh?
I didn't have that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
They were manual. They weren't the roll.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you had the Malibu.
Yeah.
You had the 4-door Malibu.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably why.
That's why I had the family edition.
Yeah. But those things they're nice.
That's awesome.
That's all you have to do. You can just roll that open a little bit and put your hand up there for the cigarettes. So the cigarette smoke come in here. Yeah, that's what they did. And look at the advanced heating and air conditioning. There is no air conditioning here in case you're looking for it. That's all it is.
Well, no. There is AC.
I know.
Yeah.
470 AC. 4 windows down with AC.
Well, 4 windows down, and then you have these vents down here in the corner.
Yep.
Yeah, you open this up, and it opens up a little vent.
Yeah, and what that does
down there in the kick panel.
You know what that does when you're going down the road? It blows dirt and weeds and everything all over your feet.
That's exactly right. And if you try to get rid of that skunk smell, yeah, you can accelerate that smell coming in your car that way.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Is it still working?
It works. Those things are this is why those weren't on the NASA Space Explorers because it's not right.
Too. I mean, I'm on Texas time here.
Yeah, but it's not. Is it right?
Yes.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's right. Well, my watch is on Texas time, so technically Ohio time is 1:03, and that's dead on.
Yeah, I am surprised. I don't know if it's just a fluke or
It's a
what. I mean, I'll check it later. But those things, all they were is just a little relay. Is that like they tick over, tick 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 tick, and when it gets to a point, a little relay. Watch my fingers. Watch my fingers. It's just a little relay that goes tick 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 tick, right? And when it gets to a certain point, a little relay goes boink and kicks it back over, and just keeps winding. Kicks it back over. That's all it is. So I am surprised. I'm surprised this works because all the little gear clusters back there and back of that clock, they're exposed. So they suck up. Yeah. So they suck up a lot of dirt.
That's right. Yeah, because back then people actually smoked in the vehicles, and they did this.
Yeah.
And it moves so smooth too. Mine, it was like rusty.
Was it?
Yeah, I didn't want to go nowhere.
Again, this church lady car. I don't know if she ever used that.
Man.
All right, and one more thing. Pop the glove box.
Push button.
Yep.
Boop. Spring loaded.
Yep. And you have to show off the little shake.
There's a little indentions here.
Yeah, a little shake indention.
See, back then they didn't have. This is one thing I did know is they didn't have cup holders because a lot of times these cars, drive-in movie theaters are really popular then because they didn't have at-home TV where you can go watch movies all the time.
Yeah, it was a big
constant
thing.
Networks and all that crap. So you go to a drive-in movie theater and you order your stuff, and this is now your bench where you can just set your cup and it then slide around. So you have 3 cup holders. This is technically
all go to the
holder.
Movies. Let's all go to.
Yep.
That's the lobby. Anyway,
that's why driving movie theaters.
Yep. You stay here while you're watching the dancing hot dog.
Oh my god! Yeah, I remember that. Wow,
yeah.
Spring loaded.
So so let's go over the safety features that what they changed and why.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and shut that so the light goes out. Yep. Okay. So as you're driving along, Dad, you and your 3 kids, right? They have seatbelts back here, but they didn't wear them. They weren't quite. Oh, that's AM radio, yeah. But hey, push those buttons in. Who pull those buttons out? They're not set.
They're
Apparently not set. Maybe the church lady never listened to music. Anyway, so as you're sitting there driving, picture yourself driving. Look at the steering wheel. Okay, and if you did a head-on into somebody, see the little deer, the little Impala, that got impaled into your chest because the steering wheel would break away, and that would get driven into your chest if you hit something dead on.
That's comforting.
Yeah, isn't it? And also, if you hit something head-on, see where the keys are?
Down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
They would
right in your knee.
Right in your kneecap.
Oh,
yeah.
So you would slide forward right into the dash.
Oh yeah.
Well,
you just called submarine. Now, if you notice, and that's another thing on the Impalas is the dashboard. They crack right where the speaker is, right in front.
Right.
They split. Yeah, they split right there. This one did not. This has been taken care of. That's another reason. Anyway, this is 66, and it wasn't too long ago before they made these.
Okay.
Like in the 50s, the dashboard was solid metal. So yeah, so if you chug along, hit something at any speed, basically, you lose your teeth. Yeah.
That's
and these have
rubber.
This has seat belts, as you can see, but they weren't required. These have been tucked away and they weren't even used, but they were required back then.
I noticed that
because they didn't want they didn't want the cars to be implied that they're unsafe. We don't need no stinking seat belts.
This is retractable. It only goes to like here.
Oh, I know. And then you have to suck it in and
yeah. Think skinny.
Yeah. Well, they fit me. So
you get this other one and drape it over, and that's it. You don't have the shoulder strap. Why didn't they have the shoulder strap at the time?
Oh well, probably technology, probably requirements, and again, they didn't want anything that made the car look unsafe.
You got the placard that's in here. This is the one that we were looking for on the 55 Dodge.
Yeah.
And
that's something I want to show you.
We didn't see that here.
So, okay. Glove box.
Glove box. There. Push button.
Yep. Paperwork in glove box.
Yep. It's in here.
Yeah.
Oh, there is stuff in here.
Yeah. If you look, you got that. But if you look at this, and it's backwards, because what they do is they take these and they put in a little card machine, and
What is it?
it's a little.
Aim it to me.
Oh, sorry.
What is? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's metal.
Yeah, and it's called the protector plate. All right, and this goes with the car. When the car is born, this card goes with this car,
Okay.
and this matches the car VIN, right? And
First.
one of these matches the engine serial number.
Which is what you were saying with
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, and so you can see where somebody did. This is what ended up when they do a little card machine. When they do the oil change or whatever they do,
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool.
and they keep track of it. So someone did this in February '66.
Wow.
This is where it's bought. Hamburger's Garage or whomever. Cottage Grove, Wisconsin.
That's crazy.
I know. And I asked, and that was another thing. It's like, you probably don't have the original paperwork with it. So I said, do you have the protector plate with it? He said, yeah, everything's with it. And here's the original manual. Sorry.
Original driver's manual.
Yep. Came with the car. All nicely tucked in here. And you know what I like about historical cars?
What's that?
You saw the historical plates, right? They're right up front.
Yes.
I bought that plate and it's good for like 25 years. That plate is good for 25 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why don't they do that today?
I don't know. The insurance, full coverage insurance on this car in Ohio for this thing, $120 a year. That's it.
Oh, we're getting ripped off.
I know. Well, the reason being is you can't drive this as a daily driver. Put that back there.
Right. Because it's historic.
Right. It's just for like holidays, parades, ticket for maintenance, weekends, things like that. I don't have, and I'm going to get one, but I don't have a passenger mirror. I'm surprised. Which is probably good because what they were clip-ons, yeah, that's something else that fell apart.
This right here.
Yeah,
It should have like a little
plastic tab.
Yeah. That's fine. We don't use those where we're going. We got sunglasses. I've always liked the horn design because you can sit there and cruise right along and then just move your finger over here and hit the horn.
Yeah, and it makes a statement. It really does.
Yeah, from inside the car.
So this is my girl. My son thinks he adopted it, but
Oh, and the high beam, low beam. There you go. It's that button on the floor.
yeah,
Yep, there it is.
they did those. I had a 1979 Dodge, believe it or not, or Plymouth. I had one. So what are you thinking? See the mirror? Oh, just do the rear view mirror real quick. That's another thing. There's no high-low on that.
Right.
It's just it. You can move it to deflect high beams, but other than that, there's no high-low on it.
It's so little too.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I couldn't help myself. Well, this is definitely one of the nicest cars I've seen.
Yeah, I couldn't. This is you can see why I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
The first thing we did was I sat in the back seat and I looked up there, and I'm looking for parts missing, chrome worn off, doors missing or something, but it is all there. Oh, you missed it. But that's okay. Must happen every like 10 minutes or so.
I'm not missing anything. Your
Well,
microphone's catching everything.
the clock reset.
The clock's off?
No, the clock reset. You can hear it go tick.
Oh. Straight missed that one.
Yeah.
But I'm blown away that it's accurate.
I am too. I'm not really sure that's right, but hey.
It's the sound, man.
We'll take it. Anyway, she's been around for
Here's a fun fact that I'll teach
60
you.
years.
Unlock and lock. Let's say wherever the keys are at. Hang on.
Where did I just have them? Oh, they're in my pocket.
You got the key?
Yeah, here.
Let me see the key real quick. Let me show you guys something. I learned this when I had my Chevelle. Let's say the window is up. I'm going to leave it down for just time's sake. Let's say you leave your keys in the car by accident. Oops. you go to lock your door, all the other doors are locked, like this. Okay. Which, by the way, is also another iconic sound. Okay. Now you watch this. You go to close the door. Did the door lock like we normally are used to? Nope. It automatically unlocks itself. The only way to lock that, manually lock it, in this button here, you depress the button, hold it while closing the door, and then release the button, and the door stays locked. That is how you lock your cars, or you would use the key.
Yeah. Now, if you do this,
What's up?
if you go, all right, it's locked. Let's go in the store, and you only do it like halfway.
Yeah,
Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, it's closed by halfway, and then you lock it. You're not really locked because you can do this. It'll come back up. So things were different back then.
Very different.
But that sound.
Here's your key.
That sound. Now the two-door, the doors were so heavy and they're back here that the hinges went out in due time. The little brass keepers right here, or bushings back here, they went out quickly. So,
Yeah.
oh, and the original floor mats, by the way, did we point that out?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Both the front and back.
That's a heavy.
A little more. So can you do that? But
It felt
okay.
solid. I'm not gonna
Right.
cram down on it too much.
But there she is.
There it is.
We got some upkeep to do, some updating to do. Other than that, now the Ohio plates, those are valid in Ohio. I'm sure other states do it too.
Yeah.
But you can use either the historical plates, which are kind of cheesy, or you can use same year plates. And I had that battle with them there when I got these. They said you can't use those. Oh, yes, we can. So they looked it up and they said, oh, yes, we can. So
On my Chevelle, I actually went to the junkyard and I found the headlight lenses, the chrome covers.
those half moons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that.
I had those on there. They were okay, and I thought they were kind of cool.
It kind of defeats the purpose of having headlights. If you,
It did, because it brought down my headlight beam to like,
yeah, all you can
half
see
of
is
the road.
the muskrat right in front of you, and that's all you can see.
so. All right.
As far as outstanding statistics, whatever, yeah. This is it. My little church lady car.
That's pretty much it.
Somebody tried to
one more
hold your
thing.
applause to the end.
One more thing I wanna
somebody tried to
point
do a homebrew fix on this and put that in there.
Yeah.
So I may or may not leave that there. Nobody even notices.
One thing I noticed that a lot of other cars fail on, and I noticed a couple times, the sun's glare. This whole back section here is prone to just disintegration.
It is. Well, it's
And
been,
the top of the seat just rips.
yeah. Looking at the sun all those years,
Yep.
it just rots.
So that's another thing I noticed. I noticed it twice before we kept going.
Yep.
But all right.
And only one speaker for the AM radio. So I had in the two-door back there, I had, because I was a kid, I had one speaker back there, right? Oh, I'm lying. I had no speakers back there. And I put two speakers back there, but there's only room for one. It's only cut out for one, so I cut out the back deck to make room for the other speaker. I butchered it. So, again, that's just something I did as a kid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we'll conclude today's video of the 1966 Chevy Impala that my uncle recently purchased as a show car. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content of this video and everything that was in it. If you guys want to see more content like this, please feel free to comment down below, hit a like, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. But that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Y'all take it easy. I love you. Goodbye. Yeah!
Blooper.